brothers and sisters, how are you out there? I hope you had a great week, and I hope things have been going well for you. And it's lovely to see you as we start to join the show. Okay, so what's happening tonight? I hear you say. And well, a couple of things. First of all, I would like to introduce here this sort of picture here. This is a lovely picture from Lean. Now, as you can see here, it looks very, very nice indeed, which it is. And it's also, what it also shows here is a balloon over the river, something or other. And I know it's in Sintermans, which is in Belgium. And this is a hot air balloon, as you can see here, floating down, almost touching the water before it goes back up again. But it's I thought it was a fabulous picture. So thank you very much, Lean, for sending that in. It's that's absolutely great. And okay, so during the show this afternoon or this evening, wherever you are, and I'm going to be joined by the fabulous Alexandra, and she's going to come on in, and she's going to have a chat about what she's up to and what things she's doing. All right, Deanne there is what's coming. Says hi, Phil. Hi, Phil, and very nice to see you. Thank you very much for joining us, and everyone else is going to start to come in. Yes. It's been a funny week, hasn't it? What do you guys think? Do you think it's been a funny week? I think it's been quite an extraordinary one. Yes, and loads to tell you about this and why it's going like this. But in the meantime, though, I think what we need to go and do is go and start the show, and away we go. And just before I do that, let's go and do this. Okay, well, it's lovely to see you. Thank you very much for coming along and joining us. This is the Phil Griggs Psychic Show. What's it all about? Well, it's about psychic stuff. Excuse me, you can tell a bit of a coldy thing here that's been going on. Luckily, coming to the end of it. And also, guys, here just to say to you as well, there's loads to do with the astrology that's going on at the moment. It's a bit of a bizarre time for a lot of people, and why it's like this, but we'll be discussing this as we go along, guys. Anyway, so I think first of all what we need to go and do is have a little chat about the astrology and open it up, and as people come in, say hello wherever you're from, and it'd be great to see you. All right, let's go and talk about this first of all. Let's go talk about this. Okay, why is it such a bizarre time for a lot of people? And one of the bizarre times I've experienced today, and well, yesterday, in fact, it went on through today, is my Facebook page got completely hacked, but I think it's coming back onto line now. It shouldn't be too long before it gets there, but nonetheless, it's the way it is. It's the way it is. Okay, so going on out there, what else is happening? Okay, right. Now, here's the astrology for today, which was is at this very moment in time. Bizarre at work and bizarre weather. Yeah, isn't it bizarre? Very, very strange in many ways. Many reasons there. And we don't have to look too far to go and find out why it's... oops, I beg your pardon. I've just done something wrong. Hang on, excuse me a minute. Excuse me, terrible cough. That's how mad it gets. Here we are. This is better. Now I understand why it was. I was trying to look for a couple of things there. Anyway, Deanne says hello, and Anna-Marie Class says hello. Hello. Lovely to see you. And okay, so what we got here is, if you look over the far side of the chart, and I mean the far side of the chart, it's you can see the little brown moon. It looks like a little orange segment. That's just transited past Jupiter and Uranus. And although its aspects only last for a very short space of time, it definitely triggered things. And some of the reasons why it triggered things is like people say. Deanne says bizarre at work and with the weather. Yeah, most definitely. And also we've got Mercury, which is going forwards now. It's about to come to the end of Virgo and how that moves forwards and changes. We've also got here another energy that's coming up which is one I was going to talk to you a lot about here. Yeah, I found you. Good, good, good. Lovely, lovely. Good, I found you. Another bizarre energy here is Neptune. And Neptune's about 25 degrees of Pisces. And it's made a link to Mars. Now, Neptune looks like it's got three prongs like this, as you see over the far left of the screen there. And the other side of it here which is interesting, is when we go to the other side, we see Mars, which is a little circle and a stick going upwards and a little arrow on the end. Now, those two there have been making an aspect called a quincunx. A quincunx, yes, try and say that when you've had too many to drink, and you'll end up with all sorts of words. But anyway, the reason why it's sort of gone like this, the reason why it's like this is because those two, when you have a quincunx energy, it's a very odd energy. It really doesn't work very well, and Mars is doing both of these aspects. And it does it to Neptune, and it also does it to Jupiter and Uranus. Hence, we find why people are finding this a particularly bizarre, odd time, because planets, when they're in a quincunx, really don't know how to relate to one another. It's like, well, I believe in this and I believe in that. You know, sometimes how we get some people, and there's just no way a friendship is going to happen, no way anything like that is going to work. It's because we've got quincunxes. And if you've got one in your chart, you'll definitely know about it, because it's the areas of your life that you really can't get to work very well until you sort of understand the polarities of what they're going through, a reason why it's doing so. And it's just strange. It's just a strange phenomenon sometimes. And Mars has also been aspecting Uranus. Now, as we look at these energies here, you've almost got like a push and pull, but there's no sort of fixed chord in between to say there's a battle. It's just it's just a curious, very curious type of aspect, and we want to try and do things or make things happen, and then you get these blocks in a way. Things just don't seem to work very well. And Waddy Kurt says hello. I do apologise if I've got your details wrong there, but I just wanted to say hello to you. Thank you very much for joining us. And why these so as these sort of energies work together, you'll know it's just something that doesn't work easily. It's like relationships with certain people. You're just not going to get on. Don't even. It's to try and work it out. Will be a psychologist's nightmare at times. Actually, I'm talking to a psychologist very soon. Anyway, and so this is a little bit why it's like this. And for instance, as I've been talking to a lot of people recently as well, as soon as I mentioned here, oh God, I've had this cough, cold, chesty bug. Everybody else has said here, yes, had it as well. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's saying here, my God, why is everybody so weird at the moment? Why is energy so cranky and crazy? It's this Mars Neptune and Mars Uranus energy, which is throwing everything all over the place. But the good news is it is going to pass. It will pass, and that's what you're going to start to see. It will start to move on. So you get to the next couple of days or so, and it'll move on. But during this week, though, it was a little bit like that. So there we go. All right, happy now? Happy now? Yes, you understand a bit sometimes, which you're in your life thinking, just can't get to grips with this bit. People, whatever it is, it's just odd. It's just a strange phenomenon there. And I think talking about phenomena and things like this, about how we navigate ourselves through this to this particular time, is sometimes, because they're transits, we call them transits because there are just planets that move around in different directions and different sides of the zodiac, and the degree that they make says, hey, I'm going to get on with you. Hey, we're going to have a disagreement, or I really don't know how to talk to you, how to get my point across. Or even in your life area, which you're trying to work on, it just doesn't seem to work very well. And so if you've been feeling like this, you've been feeling things are very strange and very odd in their little way, and I just think that's a little bit why it's like that. Okay, and Toria says, "Hello, hello, Phil and Alexandra. Love and a colour purple reading, please." So we'll get on with that very very shortly, and let's go have a look there. But in the meantime, though, um, I'm going to see where Alexandra is, and I believe that she does. She's very good. Now, if you've got any questions about astrology, just let me know. Just let me know. I'll be happy to talk through you here and see what we can do. But isn't it amazing, isn't it? 1st of October already. Where has this year gone? It's gone crazy. Never mind. Anyway, let's go and take that off there. I'm going to find out what she's doing. Now, I've heard that she is, as I said, quite a good fitness fanatic. And then we're just looking out for her now, wondering where she is. And yeah, it may be that she said she's going out jogging earlier. So let's go and have a little look here, see if we can listen out for her. There she goes. There she goes. Blimey, she's so fast. She'll be here in a minute. She's just on her way. All right. And we just wait for the doorbell to go and then see how we go. Right. Okay. Oh, she's here. She's here. Okay, I better get her up and say hello to the wonderful Alexandra. Alexandra, hello. How are you? How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing, Phil?
Very well. Apart from this blocked up nose and a bit of a chesty cough, which is, I think, is going to shift on. And actually, I've got to tell you, you probably know about this, being a doctor. And about this, but I'm actually having green tea with oregano oil.
Oh, yeah. Well, I should clarify, I'm not a medical doctor, but I do have a PhD. But oregano can kill bacteria. So if you have a yuck, it'll kill
Yep.
everything in your throat.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Heard it here, haven't you? There you go. And it's one of the best natural antibiotics, but it's got the fumes off it because you only got to have three drops of oil in your green tea. Don't have it with milky tea. You'll be, oh God, you'll turn funny colours. And but have it in green tea or something like this or a spicy tea, and it really does you the world of good. But this is what I'm starting to look at now. So by tomorrow should be singing the choruses of I don't know. I'm singing some opera singer, and I'll be pretty good. But there you go. But I won't put the video on for that. Yes. Deanne says very nicely, "Hello, Alexandra."
Hi, Deanne. Oh, I miss you. I hope you're doing well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she. Yes, lovely to hear because she's over your side of the pond.
Yes, I think she's in New York.
Yes, she's just down the road for you. Just down the road, turn left, and she's on the corner. I think something like that. Actually, it's about judging the size of America, it's probably about 3,000 miles away. But
Yeah, just a
yeah,
little jog.
just on the map, it looks very close. In
Yeah.
reality, it's not. Okay, so first of all, can I ask you? Yeah, so it's great to have a doctor on the show, and tell us a little bit about you as a doctor.
Sure. Well, thanks for having me here, Phil, and thanks for the introduction.
That's
And
very nice.
thank you for telling people I was exercising.
Yes, I can see by that brow sweat just there where you've been running.
Well, so my PhD is in medical sociology, so that's a little bit about my kind of academic background. And I have a book coming out soon that looks at home birth and spirituality. So I'll tell you
Oh,
more about that when we get
yes.
closer to the date. Yeah, so it's gonna go to print very soon, but so I'll be happy to announce that. But yeah, I have a company called Infinite Expansions that probably wouldn't have existed without you, Phil. So thank you.
Oh,
Phil was
bless you, bless you, bless you. That's
so
so nice of you, so nice of you. It's been a pleasure because we've had a bit of a journey together, haven't we? Where we've done a lot of development with spiritual stuff, and that's also to announce that as well. That's exactly what I'm going to be doing as well. Is launching some courses very soon, and turning more of my work online, more of my work online, rather than doing other things, and actually, which I'll be telling you guys through this week and through next week's show what's going to be
yeah,
changing, but it's going to work for you guys so much better than sometimes relying on social media because, oh dear, the as you can imagine, the stress when you're hacked on Facebook and then trying to organise everything just goes beyond and beyond. Yes, it sort of goes nuts, but never mind, never mind. Okay, so being a doctor there, how long have you been a doctor for?
I got my PhD in December 2021, and it was, I think I had met you and done a reading with you. Maybe it was October of 2021.
I think
So
it was.
I
Yes,
think
I
it
think it
was.
was. Fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah.
And so your work out there, is this work you do online? Do you work people to people? How do you work?
So with my company, I work kind of both. So I do psychic fairs in person through like local yoga studios and intuitive development classes here in Minnesota. And then I also do my readings like you, often offering them online on TikTok or through Zoom. And one cool thing that I'm going to merge, because I have a dance background and a yoga background too, so I'm going to start doing some new moon and full moon workshops, which I would love to have you join in.
I would
And
love
we're going
to, love to.
to do
Yeah.
intuition and yeah, and some breath work and somatics. So it'll be a healing space. And as you know, usually women tend to gravitate towards this stuff because we're more attuned. I think it's sometimes more attuned to our needs and healing. But so it probably will be women centered mostly, but we always welcome men that need healing or are healers themselves, like you. So,
Well, it's very interesting to say this because when you look at the sun and moon in astrology charts, men especially tend to, not everyone, but to be look at it as not stereotyping, but as a generic here, tend to gravitate towards their sun, which is fine because it's masculine. And women often need to go love their moon in their astrology charts. And it's interesting actually when you talk about astrology because whenever you have a problem or you have an experience which is if you feel threatened, if you feel challenged, if you feel that you're under pressure in some way, you will always run to your moon.
mm,
Your moon placement in your astrology chart says that's interesting, guys. Just thought I'd tell you that. I mean, ladies out there, anybody lady out there want to express this?
Wow.
I know, isn't it exciting? It's exciting. You run to your moon, so wherever your moon is. So sometimes if you've got a Scorpio moon, for example, people are going to want to go and hide. They're going to want to go into a space. Sometimes, like, they'll say all the time, if you've got a Gemini moon, you're going to want to go and chat to people. This has happened, and that's happened. Yes. And if you've got
what's
an
your
Aries, yes, Libra. Libra moon. Yes. So my big thing there is always wanting to find to keep. If I run to my moon, I want to go and help to create balance or a harmony to work through something. Yes, and
Yep.
also in what's that? Oh, I'll remember it in a minute. But there's the other type of astrology which is I'm called a reflector, and there's only 1% which are reflectors in the world, in the whole world, and I'm one of them. I'm one of them, one of the reflectors. But you can have generators, manifesting generators, and all those different types of people. But I'm reflector, so I become my moon helps me to become the chameleon, where I can adapt very easily into whatever environment going. For other people, sometimes no, can't do this, can't do this, can't do that. But that's one of my traits where I'm able to go and do this is to be able to adapt to situations quite quickly. A lot of people who are reflectors are often very good in HR.
Mm.
They're very good
Hmm.
at being able to relate to people, to communicate to people. It's just very, very interesting. Ah, yes, Sana said she's Scorpio moon. So, Sana, when you are challenged in some way, do you find here you go vroom deep within yourself and go into this deep space to find out this energy? Is that what you are? Mike actually says here he is a manifesting generator. Excuse my chest, guys. Sorry if the noise coming out from my microphone is diabolical in my chest go mad, but it's just something that's going to work through. And well, we may do a little chat on that and so on there. Now, Katrina says, how do you discover your moon? Well, Okay, would you like to give a shout out how you could do it?
Well, that's a great question. Sure. Well, I know there's several websites online, but basically you just need to know your date of birth and the time that you were born and the city that you were born in. And you enter in these data points and it will map out your natal chart and it'll tell you what where all of your placements are, your sun, your moon, your rising, and then the rest, all the planets. And it'll tell you what house things are in. And so you get to know a little bit more about your life path and your personality and some of your challenges and some of your strengths. And it's really cool. I think there's one called astro.com.
That's the
Is
one.
that right?
That's the
That's the one.
one.
That's the best one to do it, I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
Now, even if, guys, you don't know your time of birth, your moon won't change that much. It's just in a different place. But what I do, here's what I do, guys. So if you need help with me, especially with some astrology courses which are coming up quite soon, what I do, and it actually works very accurately. I actually work with you guys out there. If you don't know what your time of birth is, I use the pendulum to accurately get it to the point. And then when I've got to the point of doing it, I get the chart. I then look at what we call solar arcs. And solar arcs that I can then say, did this happen at a certain age in your life? Did that happen at a certain age in your life? Was this experience like this? And when that ties up, I know the timing's right. And so it's interesting to look at charts like this, but fascinating. So,
I love that. Yes,
mm,
because I would like Henry to do a session with you because in the records from Uganda, they just have his date of birth. They don't have the time he was born.
well,
So I got to send it your way.
get me in my pendulum, and my pendulum is like no ordinary pendulum. You know the knights. You know the knights of the when they go to do the jousting, and some of them had the spear, and they go galloping along with a spear to try and get the other one off. And the other one there is the one that had the ball and chain with the spiky ball on the end. You used to whizzle that round to try and get the other one off. My pendulum is like that. But it's a very nice pendulum.
Death
Don't worry,
pendulum.
people. I'm not going to go and try and take your head off with my pendulum. At least not online, anyway. Okay, Toria asked a good question. Is it the ascendant? No. No, it's not your ascendant. Your moon is your moon. Your ascendant. Do you know anything about the ascending signs?
Well, I don't know much because I'm not an astrologer. I want to learn more, but as far as I know, with the ascendant, it's like your rising sign. I don't know what that means in your life. Mine are all Leo. My top three are Leo, so I just assume whatever I am, I'm a Leo.
Well, if you've got a sun in Leo and your ascendant Leo, then as you walk out your front door, if you imagine, guys, as you're walking out your front door, and in the morning or whatever time of day it is you get up, because some people work nights, and wherever you do, when you walk out your front door, your shell, your personality is your rising sign. So some of them here, you could be a Leo, and you could have ascending is your core personality. Yes, yeah. Which says Sana. Yes, and there's obviously different types of astrology as well, because there's also the Vedic astrology, which probably Sana would be very interested in, being from India. But yes, it's how you greet the world and how people greet you is through your rising sign, which is why we're all so different. And your rising sign and the degrees your rising sign changes every 2.5 minutes, which is why we're all different. We're all uniquely different. And so if you're a Leo and you've got Gemini rising, you're going to be a very talkative Leo, a very, very chit chat Leo. If you're so let's go look at someone else here. If you're a Scorpio, let's go look at Sana. She's had a moon's in Scorpio, but let's just say here if you're a water, so there is a water sign. If you're a Scorpio, excuse me. Very quickly, what you're going to know is if you've got Scorpio is very intense, very strong, very wants to feel secure. If we've got something like Libra is a rising sign, then not only are we wanting to feel secure about things, we want to project love. We want to project love. If it's Pisces, you're probably an artist. If it's Capricorn, you're probably an industrialist. And if it's Virgo, you're probably the detective or the critic in some respects. Yeah. But it's so interesting, all this, isn't it? So tell me, how do you work?
How do I work?
Yeah. As a reader, what do you do?
As a reader. So I think one of the things that you've helped me with, Phil, is to really zero in on how I receive messages. So I would say I'm more of a clairsentient and clairaudient and clairvoyant than anything else. I
Okay.
love using oracle cards, but those are just kind of for information purposes more than anything. But I tend to get my intuition like that.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And that, I would say, when you work directly with the source like that, as much as we could do cards, as much as we could do things like that, you really get your information from the source.
Exactly. Yeah, the cards are just confirmation more than anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I just want to say hello to everybody who's come in recently. Thank you very much, Katrina, Doris, Sana. Loads of people come in and just see you all here. I think Mike was there. And yes, William and Moon here. Yes. Although it says Mike, it's William and Moon. We got probably working for MI5 or something like this in disguise, but luckily able to reveal their identity on the show. Maybe. Anyway, all right, guys. So let's go. I think what we need to go and do, because we've got a good half an hour left. Should we go and do some readings and stuff? Let's go and let's get to the action.
Yeah.
Should we go do that, guy? Yeah. All right, so let's go and have a look here. So the first one who was here was Toria. And Toria says, "Hello, Phil, Alexandra. Love and the colour purple, please." So, love and the colour purple. Toria. Now, if you want to take this off straight away, do so, and I'll follow on afterwards. And then I'll do it any other way afterwards. How's that?
That sounds great. Hi, Toria. Welcome. Right away, I'm picking up on that relationships up until now have felt like very intellectual, very logical, very like things need to make sense kind of thing. And I feel like the part of you that is yearning for fulfillment is this part that is like, where's the passion? Where is the deep romance? Where's the part where I can just let myself
Wow.
where can I just let myself go and be swept off my feet kind of thing?
Yeah.
And so I feel like you're on the search for a new kind of partner that may make you feel a little more emotional, may make you feel a little less logical. They may not be interested in talking about books and philosophers. They may be interested in being more of a hands-on kind of person and somebody who's really, really expresses their love through physical touch a little bit more. So that's what I'm picking up on. And I think it'll be a good match. I think it'll be a much better match.
You are so diplomatic about, especially when you say someone's more emotional, hands-on. It sounds like someone who's red hot and sexy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brilliant. Okay. All right. And actually, for you, I'll just this one here. Tora, I use the cards and just see what they come up here and say. Right. One of the things I like to say here is, Tora, would you understand? It feels like you're on a seesaw, but you're at the pivotal point, or on the fence, should I say, on the fence, from the past to the future. And this fence is giving you some time out to go and feel what you need, what you want. And I actually agree. I totally agree, Alex. I think what you hit on there was spot on, what you're looking for in a partner. And I think, yes, it's going to come to that point. I think you're going to know what you want. For someone like you, and I really pick this up strongly here, and I think you're going to come into this power, is to manifest it. Manifest this guy to come into your life. And yes, and you'll probably find, though, you want one guy to come into your life, but probably about 30 will be there. Someone come up going, "Hello, Toria. how are you? And you're going, no, not you. But then there's going to be this, Victoria, how are you? Yes, and you will go, yes, that's the man I want. That's the man I want. And but yes, start manifesting this, because I think here's what you're going to find is going to make you happy, and it's actually strong here, very strong, because one of the cards you got is the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. So there's a change of destiny. When you're sat on that fence, you're thinking about what it is you want. Really focus on this, and I think, yeah. So the match there, reading for reading. I think you're going to find good things are going to happen. Magic. Good. Yes, he says. Just say, guys. Well, this photograph was sent in by Lean. Lean was she actually lives in Sint-Mans in Belgium. Beautiful place, and as does the wonderful Mrs. Sint-Mans, otherwise known as Annemie. She lives there too. And but let's go and have a little look down there. But I just want to say thank you for sending it in, guys. If you've got any more pictures you want to send in, do so, because need some more of you for colourful backgrounds. All right. Right. Let's go down here. There we go to next. Sana says hi. General reading, colour white. Okay, let's go have a look here. And Sana, what I'd like to say to you, white's a lovely colour, because it represents purity, and it also, to me, is about the positive change we go through, the positive change, transiting into something new. And I feel here for you as well, is when we transit into something new, sometimes we can get a bit scared because we're changing. We could go through a bit of like, oh, how's this going to work? And yet, what will probably happen is you'll probably find yourself getting more excited rather than defensive. You'll probably find yourself getting more, hey, I shouldn't be scared to go and knock on doors. I shouldn't be scared to go and try something new. I shouldn't be scared to do things like this. But I feel for you, Sana, especially with you, is I would recommend that you need to capture yourself, like, for instance, video yourself, something to do with social media, and rather than just posting it out on, say, Instagram or things like this, which is good, is go and send it to somewhere it needs to go to. And I also get a very strong feeling here, this colour white. Don't be scared to talk to people who are the ones that help you up the ladder, because they are going to help you. And I think you'll have some nice surprises, even if it is before Christmas. Okay, I'll leave that there, actually. I'll go straight to you.
Okay, thanks, Phil. Hi, Sana. I hope you're doing great. Immediately, I think you're such a sweet soul, Sana, and I feel like a lot of the things that have been holding you back are really tied to your fear that you're going to hurt people. It's as if your success is somehow tied to your fear of leaving people behind or hurting them, and you want them to know that it's okay. But that's I think the main trigger right now. But you're being encouraged. You have to move forward. It's okay. Let that go. You're not going to hurt people. You can still move forward. This is part of your journey. So I really encourage you to do that. And you got the take a leap card, and I just love this. It just goes so much with what Phil said. It's time for you to take your leap, and it's going to be brilliant as you step into it. So.
Yeah, there you go. Whoa. Good. Sana, get on with it. Go do it. Go and enjoy the amazing things you're going to do. Right, okay. Just sorry about my chesty cough, guys. I was not ringing down your ears going, oh my God, that sounds horrible. But it's coming to the end of it. Right, okay. Say. General reading, please. Colour blue. Say. If you want to take off this one, by all means do. Just go for it.
Sure. Yeah. Right away, I see that there's some financial exchanges going on. Like I see that money is moving. Maybe investing in some projects, renovations, fixing up things. So there's this exchange of money, and it's like, oh, will this come back to me? Is this okay? So there's that fear. We all have it when money goes out. You're like, oh, is it going to come back? Just it's okay. Let it go. Do what you need to do, because these changes, this exchange, this has been a long time coming. It has to happen. Also, you need community to help you right now. So reach out to family, friends, get together. Don't isolate yourself, of course. But things that have been feeling challenging lately are there for you because this next chapter is it's like way more smooth. And it's like, when is this going to end? When is the like stress and these all the things happening going to end? You need to rely on your community because pretty soon, smooth sailing, and you'll be good to go. You'll be right as rain, as they say.
It's very interesting saying that, because this astrology thing that's going on at the moment with Mars, Neptune, Uranus is creating this, like, I've lost, things are going out of control in some respects. This is what it feels like, out of control. And for you, I'd say here, sometimes you feel it's out of control. Like, am I good enough? Am I going to get to where I want to go to? Am I going to be all right? And what's interesting about this, the strength out of this, which I think is super powerful, is you, I pick up here, are very, very gifted yourself spiritually. And I think you know a lot more than what sometimes you're prepared to admit or say. And maybe because of the environment of people. But you've definitely got things there. You're also looking here at children, at younger ones, and you're wanting to get things right there. And it is about money. You're dead right about money. Ace of coins there, about money there. And you're also going to look at a business. You're going to look at where you're going. But I agree with you. There is help needed, and help will be at hand if you're prepared to ask for it. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Great. Okay, now we go down to Anna Marie. She says here, yellow, going places, adventures, and thank you. Yellow is a brilliant colour, and I love it when it associates towards travel, because not only is it the travel, it's the people you meet. It's the people you meet who come into your life, and it's the building of friendships. It's the building of things to make life look bigger, stronger, better, and how you can really appreciate life in that way. So I really would say here, go for it. When you're choosing those colours there and you're asking that particular type of question, do it. The only thing is, sometimes here, don't be afraid to do things on your own. Because when you're on your own and you meet new people, this is going to be a big confidence boost for you, huge one. So just watch how that one goes there. And if I looked at 3 cards there just to pull out what this is going to mean for you, my goodness, you've got the universe. And the universe here, when I always read this card, especially with this particular deck, is the universe is there for you, but you've got to believe it. Just believe it. Just go, no, I don't care if I go on my own somewhere. I'm just going to meet people, have a lovely time. And you will do. Yeah.
I love that. I don't know why this is coming in big time, but I feel like you're gonna have some German friends that you'll meet along the way, and it feels like there's a pair. I don't know if it's 2 women who are in a relationship with one another, or it's 2 best friends, but you become part of this friendship group on this travel. It's just coming in really strong, and they feel like German. I'm getting German, but it doesn't feel like you're going to Germany. But I know Germans like to travel a lot, so wherever you're going, they're probably going to be there. I have my 3 cards here. So the first one is that, people in the spirit realm that have passed are there to support you on this adventure.
Beautiful.
So
Beautiful.
Just know that they're there supporting you. You get to be unbound. Let all the day-to-day things go and just be on your adventure. Enjoy yourself. Because this is your soul calling right now. And you're answering.
Beautiful,
and
beautiful. Wow. That's absolutely lovely. I think that's a beautiful, beautiful way to put that across there. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Wow. And I hope you like that. I'm sure you're going to like that, Anne-Marie. So good. Right. Okay. Willie Emma Moon is here. And this one here is... oh, no, sorry, not that one. Beg your pardon. Yes, there we go. Sorry. Pink and general reading, please. Pink and general reading. So this is not Mike. This is Willie
Sure.
Emma. So this is not Mike.
Okay. All right. Do you want me to go, or would you like to go first?
Yeah. Go for it. Go for it.
Okay. All right. So I see an office location. To me, this is symbology for you have to stop overworking yourself. Too much time with work on your mind, too much time being at work, too much time work. So this is about you taking a step back, looking at your personal life and making that more fulfilling. So, I think you have some friends who need you, some things that need tending to. So it's okay to step out of the office just a little bit. Again, you have this spiritual realm is there supporting you, and it's okay to trust in your path. And I feel like work has come up so big with people lately. A lot of power struggles at work are going on right now, especially last week and into this week. So this might be the catalyst for you to say, you know what? I'm not going to give my all at work anymore because maybe I'm not appreciated 100%. I'm going to be appreciated 100% in my personal life. So just finding that balance right now is really big in your life right now.
Thank you. I think it's brilliant. Lovely. Pink. Pink is the Libra thing here, whether you're Libra or not, but it's the Libra energy that I pick up here. Wanting to keep people happy. So you're always there sometimes to support people. And to be honest, it's great to be needed. But I agree with you. I think sometimes here, you're going to explore some new avenues come up in front of you, Emma. And I think here you're going to really enjoy this. And I think you should go and take it on. I also would say there's a gentleman here who's just joined me. Oh, you great man. Great man. And he tells me here he used to have a rifle. So he's in, I believe he's in the army. And he also used to smoke a lot. And he also wants to tell me here that he's your grandfather. And he tells me here that he is super happy to come through for you. And that he says he didn't mean to mess things up at the end. He was sorry about that. So where things have gone a bit wrong. But he's here to say to you, I get a feeling he's here to guide you and to help you. And the next few weeks in front of you is about you releasing emotions and releasing people and finding a path which is going to be awesome for you. Magic. Great. Right, let's go here. Katrina says hello. She says, my colour is blue. I'm wondering if I'm changing jobs soon. Oh, let's go and find out if we're changing jobs soon. Katrina, it's interesting actually because this recent energy as well would have completely stumped things. Excuse me. Completely stumped things. The reason why it would have stumped things here is because it's thrown us into confusion, and also this quincunx energy is sometimes where people don't understand, relate. They're in odds. They're in odds with each other, and this is about you thinking, I need to get out of here. And sometimes what the spirit world does is they sometimes say to you here, would you like to change job? And you're there thinking, yeah, perhaps I should do this, but you do nothing about it. Then they come along a bit further and say, would you like to change your job? And then you think, yeah, all right, I'm thinking about it. And then later on here, something goes smack, and makes you go, oh my God, I've got to change my job. And they're going, we've been saying this to you. It's a bit like this. And one of your spirit guides as a hat that's Far Eastern type of tribal guy, but definitely a spiritual guy, and almost like a monk in some ways, or at least a preacher, if I could call it that way. And here's your guide here, but he's a no nonsense, no mess guide, and he's working with you to say, come on, time to change. If I looked at the cards for you about this here, it disappoints you. It disappoints you that you have to change. It really does disappoint you because you want happiness, but it's not like that. And to be honest here, the more you wait around, the worse it gets. If you change your job, my God, 10 of coins, you'll be abundantly happy and it will be worth it. There you go.
Hi, Katrina. I agree with Phil so much on this. It feels to me that there's been a lot of complaining about the job to friends, and even coworkers are getting involved in this complaining. And it really is just a negative space. And I think you know that too, but this is the only way that you can kind of discharge the energy of the frustrations with work. So I get it. Yes. I do that too. But you're being asked to sit with your heart a little bit more. So the time that you're spending with the problems, put that time and put it towards your heart. Do some meditation, focus on what you want. I also see a purchase of it looks to me like a townhouse or like a multi-level kind of housing situation. It doesn't look like a house like in America, how we would have, these are like side by sides and they have like multiple levels. I see a purchase of a new home.
Oh.
And I think this is coming up. I think this is coming shortly after the change of jobs. So go take the next opportunity because it's going to unravel some really cool things for you.
Fantastic, fantastic. I think it will do. I think it'd be an amazing place, and I think as well with this, I think you can surprise yourself. You don't often see what you're capable of until you actually do it. So there you go. Good, 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 good. All right, okay. Deanne says, "Do you see any important travel ahead? The color purple, please. Glasses, purple, yellow, diamond. Glasses, purple, yellow, diamond. My God. Okay, all right. Travel, yes, yes. That's a good one.
Important travel. Okay, important travel. I'm getting like the Pacific Northwest vibe, or it could be because a lot of people I've been seeing go here is Banff, Canada, and it's like there's a lot of mountains. It's really crisp air, cute little towns, lots of pine trees. It feels like it feels like a solo trip. I don't see too many people around you
It's
going on this. It's interesting. This is kind of like a just time for you.
there's lots of
And
bears up there too.
yeah, well, yeah, so they could be your friends
Yes,
or your foes.
yeah.
Um, this is about boundaries and protection for you with the travel.
Ah,
This is about an a whole energetic thing. It's about getting away and being in your own energy in your own space rather than being so caught up in everybody else's stuff. And it's almost like you've been yearning to get away, but it feels like you're going and it's just for you. Maybe other people come along. I don't see other people there because your energy is so vibrant here. And it's this trip is really for you. Again, I feel like it's a colder weather place. The air feels crisper to me. There's a lot of hiking, a lot of waterfalls. Feels really good.
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm not going to argue about the travel. I'm just going to say here that if you get invited to go and do something, don't double question it. Do it. Do it. There's going to be certain invitations that come up for you, Deanne, which sometimes you're asking again, is this what you mean? Is this what you mean? Just, I know we don't want to be too risky, but I feel here with your energy that sometimes the hesitancy is will be your Achilles heel. Achilles heel in some respects. I feel this is about you really launching yourself ahead of where you're going to go that way, and if things are going to come up in front of you here that are going to make you realize that the one person you've got to look after is you. And there you are, the ace. The ace is only one here. And if you're looking to draw in other people into this plan of yours, this idea of yours for important travel ahead, they're not going to necessarily do it. But you've got to do things for yourself. Yes. All righty. Just to go over this here, Toria says, a little smarter again, I'm a double Pisces. Now, I got to say here, if you're a double Pisces, your intuition, your psychic side is massive. Massive. It's bigger than what you know. And we're sometimes not here to go and walk the plane to go be too practical or too materialistic or things like this. We're here to be highly intuitive. Highly intuitive. Okay. Right, let's go down here. And let's go and have a look at the little list. Okay, and right, okay. What really is what really is going to be interesting, I think, over the next sort of few over these next sort of few months or so, is how we could go from this energy that we're in into a better time. And I really think that get past the next sort of even the next few days, and I believe a new energy is coming in. Is this something that you would look at this way?
Yeah, I think so we have in a couple weeks we have our new moon in Libra, which is really cool because it's when you're like cleaning out your cabinets and you gotta throw everything out of your cabinets and then you gotta scrub them down and then put everything back. That's kind
Yeah.
of like where we're at. We're in the middle of cleaning our cabinets and everything looks like a disaster. And then the eclipse is going to come in and this new moon is going to come in and everything's going to be put back in its place, and it's going to be more functional. That's really what I feel like. I feel like we've just gone through this whole thing of like trying to get rid of the stuff that's weighing us down, and it's a lot of work to do it.
I agree. I agree.
Hard.
And yeah,
We have to do it to reorganize.
reorganization I think, is a great way of putting it. Sometimes it's quite Virgo related when we reorganize things, but the Libra, and I totally agree with you, being in the Libra moon. Sometimes what it is balancing out what we don't want to what we do want, and fine lining it to bring out the charisma in your life, the charismatic side of your life, so people could see not that you're bogged down. It's a bit like, okay, going back to Emma Moon, where she was saying here how she's doing all this work and you're doing a reading there, which is she's there for everybody else. Yeah, that's nice. But it also comes up to this point, this change, where you can start to see, actually, I need to do things for me. And although you could be a Scorpio, you could be Pisces, you could be a Taurus, you could be whatever, the new moon, whatever, even though it's in Libra, it's going to affect everybody. Mm-hmm. Everybody's going to pick up this. And if we bring out the charm in what we want in our lives, rather than looking at this duty, this responsibility, this hardship, to make time for ourselves, I think will be some of the most explorative times I think that we could have ever imagined on this. So guys, you're wanting to change your lives and do things, but do it because it's right, and do it because you want to bring out something cool in your life. Be the Libra. Think of Roger Moore. He was a Libra. And try raising your eyebrow like that. Roger Moore. If you could do that, you're cool. You're a cool Libra. Cool Libra. But so those energies are about bringing out that niceness, and it's going to be a big thing. And I think we ought to do another chat again a bit later on. Maybe just around time or just after it, and because I know you're going to be busy, aren't you? You've got a whole new role come up in front of you, haven't you?
Me? Well, yeah. I mean, I'm excited to launch these workshops, and I'm also doing a job as well. Like we're all working in different ways, and it's just really interesting how they all kind of merge together, all of the work in the world. But I think one of these things during this time that, and the reason it's probably felt so chaotic, is that we're renewing these symbolic contracts we've made with work or with our partners or with our children or with our friends. It's like things that aren't working, we really have to get rid of. The elements, not the people. Don't go get rid of people.
Well, yeah. I agree. Sometimes it is people. When I say get rid of them,
in a very non-mafia way.
Maybe it's the people who've been in there in your head, where you should be focusing through your heart. You're letting this stuff go and letting old people go there. But I think it's going to be a very intriguing time.
Yeah.
And I think here. Yeah, and I think it's going to wind us up now through to November. And I think here we've got some nicer energies coming up, which are going to be harmonizing in this. And every time we think of an eclipse moon in astrology, people go, uh-oh, what's going to come out? I really don't want to come out. I really don't want to show or hide. People get petrified. There's something to think here. But that's if Pluto's involved. If Pluto's involved, things you want hidden, no, they come out.
Yep. But that's good though, because sometimes you gotta get rid of the ick. Sometimes you gotta clean house a little bit internally and with other people in your life, because otherwise we're not going to be gifted the gift of ease into November. And that's really, I think, what November wants is ease. It's Scorpio intense, but Scorpio likes easy life. Scorpio wants an easy life because of its intensity. So I think that's really the gift of Scorpio's coming up.
Brilliant. Oh, it's been fantastic. So how do people get hold of you?
So you can go to my website, infiniteexpansions.com, and connect with me there. You can sign up for my newsletter, or you can find me on social media at Infinite Expansions. And if you're an investigator, you could probably figure out where I live and find my phone number, but please don't.
You should have said that, because now they do it. I know this lot. I know you lot. You'll go and do it.
But yeah, you can find me on those. You can find me on social media, and it would be lovely to connect with anybody who's watching. And of course, Phil, thank you for having me come on your fun show. I always get a good laugh, and your enthusiasm.
Yeah, we've got to do that. Got to do that. It can't be serious. Can't be too serious. And
exactly.
I think actually that it'd be very good if we did a live event sometime, a live thing together, something physically.
I want to do that too. I've been thinking about that so much, like for the past 2 years. I would love that.
All right. So maybe next year is the year to go do it. Brilliant. That'd be fantastic. Guys, it's been absolutely awesome having you on the show. Thanks for putting up with my health, everybody, and my chesty cough. But next week would have gone. Now I'm on the green tea and the oregano oil. It will go, but it smells disgusting. But what it does for you is good. Yes. It's one of nature's strongest antibiotics. Sometimes it works better than what you think. When you think you need to take other stuff, which I'm not going into because I'm not a doctor. But yeah, it's something that can really clear out your system well. Cool. It's been wonderful, and I think we're going to have to do this again because the hour's just gone ping flying by as it does. But thank you. I wish you, your friends and family, absolutely wonderful time, and Udita and I wish you goodness, happiness, wonderful things, and it'll be lovely to catch up with you again soon. And good luck with all the good stuff you're doing there, and send our love to everyone over there. Thank you so much for joining me. Guys, I wish you a wonderful evening too. Take care. Go and be crazy. Go be awesome. Go be amazing, and go and be really awkward. What are you gonna do?